one man, when I was asking him, I told him, "What is all this thing? You are calling me your guy. Stop calling me your guy because you are just as this thing. You have done this. You've done this." He said, "Yes, I'm calling you your guy right now because what you are doing for me right now. That's the reason why I'm calling you your guy. The moment
Exactly.
you're not doing that, I'm not going to call you your guy again. So that's why I think what you're
Exactly.
saying."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm. Yeah,
That's
but
what I
still
think.
though, but even when people are doing stuff for people here in the UK or in America, they don't go all over calling you sir all over the place like the way they do in Nigeria. It's just like out of control.
So for that, it's just a reflection of what is happening in the country, and that's why I say that welfare should be paramount, and it is those local government that can get it. If an average person in Nigeria knows that he getting his, a source of living from local government and everything, he will not look at somebody and be saying, "Oh Ghana," he will not even care that you should get him something, because he knows he has his living from the government that's taking care.
But we have
That's why
been
you're
like
talking
that.
of
We have
US
been like
or
that
UK.
since the
No,
80s when Nigerian naira was even competing with the
Exactly.
dollar.
See,
We're
Nigeria
like
now
that
have
then.
attained
It
this
was
this
like
greedy,
something inherent in us.
this greedy lifestyle that even if you get, you want to call somebody
Mm.
boss because you still want to get more from that person.
A
You are
kind
okay.
of. We've
You are
been like
driving a
that
car.
for a
You are
long
driving
time.
an SUV. You still want to call a boss, boss. Okay, let me use this word now.
But
Davido and Davido
this
and
one
a
is
and, and,
different from
a, and a boy.
psychophancy.
Sorry.
Okay, no, this is different from psychophancy.
It's like,
Yeah, it's a bit
It, it's different from
It's close
psychophancy.
to, but it's close, but it's not the same. Yeah.
That is because it's like you're painting a picture of both together as one. For me, I think it's different from
But let
psychophancy.
me
But
ask you though, as it like, do you feel like when they are doing that to you, you feel like okay, it feels good for people to acknowledge you as somebody important, or at least they are treating you with a bit of difference? Do you feel like okay? Do you feel good about that and feel like you want to maintain that kind of position? Have you
yes,
ever felt that?
that is the point. It is now, it is common sense to you as human, or let me say, uh, for people who have been elevated at their level of thinking to a point, they need to understand that all these things do not necessarily count, and you humble yourself still, even though they are giving it to you.
yeah, there's
Hmm.
people like that.
You get the point. So it is now you that should wake up and tell yourself, it is a normal thing, but that doesn't mean I should disrespect this person.
Yeah.
If you tell yourself the truth, yeah.
So that is where that is now it. But you see, for politicians, for example, they take it as a tool to continue to make the noise. So they employ psychophancy, for example, to do their biddings. They employ psychophants to continue because they want to use psychophancy to downthrow the downtrodden more. But let us just discuss. But
It's a
for me,
chair there.
yes.
It's a chair there.
So for
So
for
would you say Nigerians are arrogant then, since you are saying that they are just saying it to get something from you? Would
no,
you
They
say
no,
are not
no,
Nigerians are
arrogant.
arrogant on the other side?
no.
They
The
just are
thing is
arrogant.
that we are loud, and if you are loud, you can be misconstrued to be an arrogant person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just arrogant. Yeah.
Are you
Just
Even
arrogant.
look
sure?
at, yes, look
Very
at the way we
arrogant.
discuss things, and we just discuss. It's just normal discussion. If we say we are on TV
Mm.
and things like that, many times my wife has come to tell me, "Hey, young man, you are making a noise," and I don't
Mm.
know. But funny thing is that people outside listening to me who are not Nigerians, for example, they would see me as arrogant.
That's
They would
no
because
the quarry or no to the
eh,
shout, no the
because
quarry or to the quarry. To the
this
quarry.
guy is arrogant, is loud because those are
That's
the way
it.
they consume.
No to the
So
quarry.
whereas
So if they check the amount of time people say, "Do you know who I am?" Is it not mostly going to be in
now for
Nigeria?
you, forefathers, no, you
Ah,
can't represent do you know who I am with the general populace. That's not a
I'm
generalization.
just saying. I'm just saying. Are you sure it's not going to show up? The
No,
whole
no, no,
world count is not
no,
going to show up
no,
only in
no,
Nigeria.
but
I can,
Amy, you
yes.
never can tell. You know what also because some people, if they don't do it in a
Mm.
certain scenario, that doesn't mean they will not still do it in another scenario that you don't expect them to do it. Do you
That's true.
understand? Eh?
And that,
There's
that
some
means That means do you know who I am? Is if you are going to put it that way, it's generally every human that would do that thing.
Exactly. Because this
So
do you
it's
know
not
who I am is
yeah.
always we think it always happens on the road when there's road rage or whatever. And they're like, who are you? I will deal with you. Do you know who I am? Do you am? I will call the IG. I will call this. I will call the just those normal talk. But in if they don't do it on public whatever in their small way, like what's wrong with you? Do you know who you are talking to? I
For,
mean,
in
no
fact, let
jam.
me give an example. In fact, just to paint this picture properly of this, do you know who I am? My wife wrote a particular article with some of our senior colleagues like that, and those guys they because of the of what they wanted to get or what they've not gotten, they intentionally let that article slide for almost a year. So we just try to raise up like, okay, what is happening with this article? We have to submit this thing to particular journals and things like that.
Mm.
Because of the work that she had done, and it has taken over a year and nobody has said anything. Normally, if it is just one or two persons, this work would have flown and it would, if if we don't fly, at least nothing is perfect. You get the point. But they are now standing on, oh, it's too much. You have to do it like this. You have to do it. Now, what's what I'm trying to say? When she now raised her voice, that come, nothing is perfect. There's no way you continue to see something to be done until you send it and let it be. And if there's anything, that is what life is about. You continue to write and input. Do you know what this guy say? It's like, hey, in a subtle way, they didn't say, do you know who I am? But when you listen, when you look at the words said, you know this is exactly, do you know who I am? In
Mm,
a very subtle way. They'll tell
mm,
you, hey, this is not right. After all, we just have to agree before we send it. More so, this does not help professional relationship. Once
mm,
you hear word like that, what are they trying to tell you? It does not help professional relationship, meaning that you are still small, we are bigger than you, we can
mm,
cut your tree.
We'll be doing this before you
Do
came
you
here.
know who I am? That is just the meaning. So,
Mm.
do you know who I am? It is said, and I agree that just to paint local peace point that it is not just it is everybody that will do it. It's not that nobody, not everybody will say, "Do you know who I am?" by word, but the way
Mm,
they will say is still the same thing. So that means that it's not really
Mm.
typical to Nigerians.
Let me show this because I was having a word with some East Africans and they were talking about how Nigerians are arrogant. I was like, but Nigerians are also, they tend to pose themselves as quite humble sometimes. And we try to, I asked them, show me your people showing humility and I will show you mine. And by the time I pull out Nigerians, it looks like the Nigerians won hands down, especially because of the Yoruba people. Those ones that lie down completely flat. And they lie down
yeah.
completely flat. They don't even kneel down.
They'll get you down. They want to get you down. They'll get
I
you
think
down. Get
I think the outside people they tend to like bend a bit though, but I think the Yorubas they make it quite regular, like they literally all the time. So, but
no,
it just
the answer is the quiet. The answer is the quietness because of communication. They just because they don't tell, like if you okay, they are quiet, they are calm. But if they want, I think it's just nature. Sha. Anybody can react if they want to react, regardless of their dominion.
mm. Yeah, but it's a bet. Look at this one. Okay, there's nothing that can beat this one. This one is the longest prostration this year that you can find. You see how Eme is laughing? You can't
My,
beat that one. And then
my wife,
Nigeria beat for humility and
my wife is that
arrogance.
one. You must prostrate and roll on the floor very well before
No,
you hear that one.
but for hold on.
Eh?
This one you're showing us. So, do you think is respect?
It's respect now. What else do you want?
It's not respect.
Okay, what is this? Reverence?
In this condition, in this situation,
What
this
is it?
because it's
Oppression?
marriage, this marriage situation, because of everybody can just do it, just do this, so you could never to go where you go. Tomorrow now, go tell this guy, say that guys they like, I beg, I leave that one
Oh,
now,
they greet. Oh
no
no, no,
correct.
no! They greet each other like that too when they see each other everywhere. Oh. Is that
No,
not? Are you
they no,
surprised?
they only just no. This lying down is just for my. The rest is just bend the waist or bend the shoulder, bend the head down, or just bow a little
Oh
bit.
no, no, no!
But
And
not
they
lie
see
down like this.
they almost lie down flat. Yeah, but because of the ground, the person's chest doesn't touch the ground. You see that even on the street when, let's say, a young man sees a grown a man in
I know,
Yoruba
no,
culture.
I've seen it anyway. Yeah, I've seen it anyway. I've seen it.
So
Mm.
it's not like okay, this flat one. Okay, I hear what you are saying. This one, you're not gonna do this on the street now. This is too much. Eh? This one is too much. But it shows that we can be humble too. we can bring ourselves down. No matter, and even I think which one was there? I think this who is this one? This one is it not the heavyweight boxer of the world doing the same thing? So we can
No,
bring
this
our
this one, no. This one, your papa na tell am say, see, if you reach there, na so you go do am.
either
Your
way
papa
he
tell,
did it
Same
anyway.
principle.
What is your problem
your
now?
papa na
He
tell am,
did it,
your papa na tell am say, God, if you reach there, do am like this, do like this.
but he
If
did
you,
it now.
the
That's the
way the
important
way
thing.
the way he went out that day, it wasn't even natural. It wasn't even natural.
Oh
I saw it
God,
like
how
that.
is
It
it
wasn't
supposed
even
to be
natural.
natural for somebody that punches the whole lights out of people all the time? It's not going to be natural now. This
And,
you
and,
see,
and
you tend to
also,
see this type quite
And
often.
the year guy said he go meet reverse. He go let the beat am today. Self, he go lose today.
look,
But
okay,
that
some
is
people,
serious
look,
humility
okay,
here, you know.
some people
That's
even
serious
say,
humility.
look,
Let me
okay,
see South African
Maybe
one.
some say
what you say?
na since that frustration sef, na im the career don change. Oh.
Let that for start. And they tell you as if fall, now you fall, now begin fall.
Man, South
Uh,
Africans barely have any kind
Man,
of
today,
sanitation at all.
did you watch the fight today? Hey,
Jesus.
bro, did you watch the fight today?
yes, yes, it
Hmm?
was. I know, I saw the highlights. It's quite
If you say you watch the fight, you like you for punch Joshua for her. You for like
yeah,
you be like
Joshua,
this guy.
and then na Mozu im get, he no sabi fight now.
No,
He just go dey
no,
gym up and down.
the hunger before he got see. I think since he fought, if from when he started till when he fought Klitschko, that was where he was hungry. So immediately he got that fame after defeating Klitschko. He got, but
Uh,
so I think it was like more of, oh boy, I don't get the best now.
I don't arrive.
It's all about money. Anything is all about because that guy rich, oh. That guy get
Are
money.
you?
Die. That guy investment and it does not be that guy get money. Die. Better to talk. The property for you cannot be here. You know,
Uh,
but it's all him now is I've gotten to that place. Let me use my name to acquire money. So
whatever.
any fight, if he's almost getting like twice of
Don't
what his opponent is getting, yeah, that's his fight.
Oh, but
If not the
let's try to get back on topic. The reason why I'm saying that is because I don't feel like we've completely covered this storm. This one is a short discussion. Let's face it. Because okay, children call every grown up auntie, uncle, everything. And there's also evidence that even when we had a lot of bounty in Nigeria, even in the 60s, 70s, you know, when things were really good, people were still behaving like this. So it's not necessarily that they are just only doing it because they are going to get something from you. Maybe now that's how it becomes cynical now. But we've been like that from the beginning. Don't you think?
yes.
Yeah.
no uncle auntie is just I think it's just the culture thing now, just like respect. Not because like hey uncle is that yeah, because on a very good day, because of the way we define ourselves, that yes,
Mm,
being an African, we're all related, we're all the same family, the same ancestors, this and that. So you can call us like Snoop Dogg in America. Hey, what's up, cuz? Everybody's nephew. Hey, cuz, nephew. Every black person is cousin, nephew. So I think it's the same thing like yeah, every younger person because they can't call you daddy, they can't call you
mm,
mommy, they can just call you auntie, uncle. It's because you're older than them.
mm.
Like you are related, so you're my uncle because you're older than me. And yes, just to see mark of respect still. It's
Why? I feel like Nigerians are quite unique in Africa, actually. Even if you look at Nigeria and the people in Nigeria, almost everything you want to compare them with other African countries, we tend to do it more. It's like I can't believe it. Nigeria are the most arrogant and the most humble at the same time. You can't make that up. I don't know whether we are the quietest though. Maybe the Londoners are the quietest.
no okay.
Um,
See, I think the sorry, when you say arrogant or maybe loud or whatever, like okay, who put the yardstick that this loudness when you see because I talk I raise my voice so that you can hear me. You
Mm.
understand? Who
mm,
put it as if it's a bad thing? Because on a very good day, it's where we find ourselves because of the noise, maybe because noise pollution. Every day we hear ping pong, ping pong, ping pong.
Exactly.
So we have to shout so that so that Amy can hear me from the other side of the road because of the ping pong, ping pong. Amy, I
you
can
see,
be
we are
on
blaming car horns now.
no,
That's why we are
no,
shouting.
see, no,
How many people live in cities
forefathers,
that if you go to
forefathers,
Abuja, okay,
come down for
Abuja are they loud?
come down for plane, enter Nigeria. You will know say enter familiar spirit, familiar zone. Like you just it's that airport. As you just open the door for plane, just come out. Maybe you go hotness, yeah, weather just change.
Mm.
But you know, see, man, even the air, you know,
That's Lagos now. The
noise,
air is
noise,
speaking
noise,
all the time.
noise.
But talk about that,
The
talk about that.
breeze.
We also need to understand that those cosmopolitan places in Nigeria, they dictate the
Exactly,
culture.
exactly.
You
Mm.
get the point? They dictate the culture, and from there, these things transcend to every other part of Nigeria. That is just what we see. Because basically, you want to, maybe you can say, peer pressure a bit, society, the culture generally. So before you know it, but one thing, and as Lokopi also asserted, is that when you have a loud environment, okay, it's just like you should plug your earpiece now and you want to
Mm.
communicate with your neighbor.
Use the
Go and
shashazi.
use that. You want to communicate to yourself so that your neighbor can hear, not knowing that what you are saying, you've already raising your voice
Because you can't
more
hear
than what.
yourself, you think
Yeah,
your neighbor is not hearing you.
because it almost put me even into trouble one day. I was seeing a babe passing through and I was telling my friend, whereas I was listening to the music, and I was
Yeah.
saying, look at
Mm.
that girl. She bad very well. Oh. And my friend was even telling me that, hey, this
Okay.
lady is telling you, and I still didn't, I was still saying it. She bad thinking that I was,
Oh.
he just removed my earpiece. He now said she was hearing me.
Yeah,
And the
okay,
lady
yes.
was looking at me like cursing me, like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought I was speaking so softly. So,
Yeah.
and that is what now. Can I imagine when you've had that over your lifetime or like 17,
A
18 months?
period of long time, you
That's
understand? You
your
never
threshold of. You can imagine your threshold. You won't know you are loud, but your threshold of speaking has
Yeah.
increased. So when you now go to, funny thing is that when you go abroad, you even hardly hear what the white, I mean, what your people are saying.
Mm.
Before I get acclimatized to what they say, it took me a while. Why? Because I was expecting a certain level of frequency, of noise,
Mm.
Mm.
but it
Mm.
wasn't there. So I find it difficult to hear them, and they were like, "Hey, hello, how are you?" They said what they were saying, but I couldn't pick it.
So are
So
you
you
saying
don't.
that Nigerians have a bit of deafness?
No.
No, yes,
Maybe
that is the truth.
because it has to be
No,
louder
no,
for
no,
us to
no,
actually
no,
hear anything.
You need to. An average Nigerian doesn't know that he's deaf.
no, 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 no,
So
no. No,
it is.
In your own case anyway. In your own case, pronunciations is also a part of it. Phonetics is also a part of it. If you come to Lagos right now, even if I talk small, hey, look, how far, what's up now? How you doing now? You will not tell me, eh? You understand what I'm saying now? Hey, like, hey, me, how far, what's up? How you doing now? With low voice, you will still hear me now
No,
because you understand
wait,
what I mean.
wait.
Yeah.
It's not that I will
No,
hear
no,
you.
no, no.
No, no,
I
no, no. It's
Let me
because
give you one
my brain
example of what
simply,
I saw.
my
In short,
brain
finish what you're
simply
saying.
feels. So my brain simply fills the blanks for me, so that I can assume I'm hearing you, and that is how it is. You know, no, no,
Exactly.
no. That is the science of it. A lot of things is that your brain does the prediction itself.
Interpretation, yeah.
The
It
bit of
simply
what? Mhm.
it has modeled your environment such that it doesn't waste time thinking. So you think you are the one hearing, even what you see sometimes is not exactly what is there.
Oh God. Hold
Jesus.
on, hold on. Now let me describe what my experience. That's why I asked the question whether we are deaf. Because when I was on the train in the UK, and there was these two white people, they were just sitting next to me, and they were talking right next to me quietly. They can hear each other perfectly well, but I couldn't hear anything. I'm like, how is
No,
that even possible?
see, no,
Just
I've
hear
seen
to
somebody.
hear.
I have a friend in school, Uniben those days. The guy will be on his phone, talking to his girlfriend on the phone.
Mm.
I swear to God, stand near that guy, you will not hear one word what the guy is saying. No, as in the guy, my friend of mine in Uniben then. He's talking to his girlfriend on the phone. Stand close to
Mm.
the guy. You will not hear
Yeah,
like people
but
like,
that one could be the mic that is
yeah,
amplifying it on the other. This one is mouth to
Exactly.
mouth. You can't.
see,
This
you
one
Exactly.
is
know,
mouth to
like
mouth. Like,
why are
what is
you
going
why are
on?
you
I can't hear
pretending? I will
anything.
ask you like, why are you pretending you're on the call? You say no, I'm not on the call. I'm talking to the girlfriend. I said, bring, let me see. I was like, hello. Then later we hear the girlfriend sound, hello, yeah, hey, who's this? Who's this? They're like, ah. I said, but are you the
Maybe
one
you
she's
are
telling
deaf
you?
now. This is the problem. Maybe you are deaf.
No,
You're not hearing him.
no, no. You see, for all of us cannot be deaf now. Everybody, all of us complain the same thing.
Actually, all of us could be deaf.
All of us
Okay,
complain.
okay.
Come on, man.
She tell you.
All
Exactly.
of us could have a bit of deafness and we don't even know it.
No,
We are
sometimes
walking
I'm
around.
talking, okay, whisper. I'm like, ah, every three. What you talk about? Yeah, what you do code? Like, I beg you, you're not making call. You say take. You take hello. I'll hear somebody's voice like God damn it. People are like that anyway. But sometimes, like you said, right? Like for me, I like
Mm.
loud music. Yes, loud. I'm hearing
Yeah.
it too. But just let it
Mm.
be loud. Maybe the more it gets loud, maybe the more I get the feeling.
What is wrong
Yeah,
with Nigerians, eh?
I like the loud music, so you understand.
I like loud stuff too, but
You
I'm beginning to
understand?
worry that we're a little bit deaf because let's
No,
face
for
it.
that, for
Sometimes
that, for
I
me,
get scared.
Eh?
I
for
get,
me, you don't even need to be worried. I think it is true that we are a bit deaf. Now, not that it is a permanent deafness. No, the thing is, it's not like it is a permanent one.
It has been diagnosed.
It's not like
This-
a permanent.
or Dr. Damages to Nigeria.
But the
Nigerians are
normal,
deaf. It's
the,
official.
norm, the thing is that once you go out, talk your normal talk, and somebody tells you they might not confront you, but from one or two
Mm.
conversations, if they are sincere with you, they'll tell you you are loud,
Mm.
and that is your normal conversation. Why is it so? It's because you want to hear yourself,
Exactly.
and if
Just
you
like
want
when
to
you have
hear,
a headphone on.
yes, you want to hear yourself. And that is why once you're like the person you're saying that was on a phone and you couldn't pick what he was saying,
yeah.
an Oyibo person will be close to that person and will hear perfectly what that person is saying.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on, Amy. Right? If you want because you want to hear yourself, that's why you're raising your voice,
Yes.
and you believe. Is it that if you go low, you will not hear yourself? Because on a very
Now,
good day, if the person I'm
now
talking to,
if you've been
if the person
in a
I'm
place
talking to
where
can hear
generator has
me,
been running
and I
247,
believe I cannot hear myself, how am I
mm.
sure the person that I'm talking to is hearing me when I cannot hear myself?
Now the thing is this: if
Hmm.
you've been in a place where, for example, a generator has been running 247, you've been hearing
Yeah.
blast of horns. Wait,
Mhm.
normally
Mhm.
go and stay in that environment. It's just like you are plugging your earpiece now. There's no way
Mhm.
you communicate to one person if you don't hear yourself. You are not you will not feel that you are communicating.
But is it that is our language? Because remember, English is not our language. So is it that because I'm thinking, what if we are speaking Igbo or Yoruba
Yeah.
or Ijo? Is it gonna sound
That was
like?
fast.
Can you hear it?
Cover that. That was fast. Any Nigerian language, no worry, no worry. That was fast.
So how
No,
are
no
you sure?
worry.
Have you tried it? How do you know?
I know, no worry. I
If
did
you
hear
don't
that.
let somebody else come in,
Hey, hey, Bastard, Bastard.
you're just
No,
gonna
no,
be
no,
too
no, no.
loud
It was
on your
Yeah,
getting
cover
ear.
funny. It
that.
was
Yeah,
getting
we'll
really
make
funny now.
pass that.
Pastor,
You greet us first. Pass that.
If you don't let
You
somebody
greet us
else
first.
come in, how are they
Bastard
gonna
is
greet
looking
you?
fresh now. He's gone
No,
to a
nobody.
party.
You
and
can't
look
hear
at
my
you
greetings. But anyway,
and
greetings to
look at
everybody,
you Yoruba
Salute,
man.
Exactly. You greet us
and
first.
everybody in the comment section as well.
What's the theme
Forefathers,
of this dress up now? Is it the Yoruba theme?
look,
Oh,
we Nigerians, we don't do it like that. We Wazobia, we can cross where I could
anyhow.
wear Kenya, I could wear Ghana one.
I dey tell you.
It's
Yeah.
Africa, right?
I'm telling you.
It's
Now
one
so.
Africa. But
Exactly.
with the last conversation you were having there, it's quite interesting to listen to three of you postulates, think about Africa. I mean, Nigerians as those people living in the cities, right? In say
Mm,
Lagos or Aba or Port Harcourt, where you have noise, and there are a lot of Nigerians who are in the villages, right? Very
mhm,
nice, beautiful, serene nights. You can see the stars,
yeah.
beautiful. So you're being condescending, assuming that you are the Nigerians. Those of you who live in the cities, urban, metropolitan boroughs,
Mhm,
inner city towns and all that. There are a lot of Nigerians who enjoy God's activity at night, the moons, the crescent ones, the full moon, no noise, aside from the little music you're probably making with your woman in the other room, right? So we should be comprehensive when we think about Nigerians. It's not just those of us who are living in the cities. I just want to make that notation for you. And no, we're not deaf. We're free spirits. We'll talk as loud as we want.
I dey tell you.
Keep our
I
horn.
dey, I dey tell you.
You know what I'm saying? We're
I dey tell
free.
you.
Please,
We're
please,
free
I cannot
spirit.
hear. I cannot hear you.
We're free, and we'll do what we want. When you land in the Maritime Mahara airport, you know you don't land.
I did tell
You
you.
don't think
I did tell you.
you don't think
Oh
you
my
don't lie.
god.
I did tell you.
And you, any of you know what the results of that Edo? I've been quite busy. I haven't kept up with.
No
Have they
idea.
INEC released the results of that election?
No, yeah, no, nah, not now. Like we're letting. How come? No,
Mm.
Probably 4 in the morning or something like that.
no, man. They
Some
wouldn't
people
lose
are
for
making
which
it sound
reason?
as if APC is going to take it.
Can you
Yeah.
believe that that guy did not campaign? I haven't heard his voice up to now. Uh, but he's
No, the thing, no, Master, the thing is this, right? Look, see, look, we're in trouble, right? A place where if somebody like that guy can get up to, if it's up to 1 million votes, that means that there's a problem. I think I don't what. Okay, now tell me the reason. Give me one excuse. What? Okay, I don't have any problem with the guy. Maybe because the way he campaigns and stuff, this and that. Because there's no law that say he must talk or this and that. At least he can be talking to the people from house to house. There's no law that say he can come to the media and talk to you. If he can go the whole places with his own funds, that's his business, so he can do that. But my question is, you are campaigning under an umbrella that is impoverishing you. So, and people still said, okay, I'm cool with that. Let me say vote for that.